And yeah, we live. Peace to the gods, peace to the earths, all of the righteous families of the planet. It's the God Day Son, brother Fahiym here with the young brother. You know what I mean? What's your name, brother?
Flossie.
Flossie, yeah. And you was telling me you was from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York.
From Canarsie. Yeah, I don't really be seeing too many New York people down here, especially like out here in Augusta. When I'm in the A, they be out there, you know, kind of deep out there.
Man, everybody be saying they was born in New York. They ain't really experienced the New York lifestyle. Like they never, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
a fact. That's a fact.
They don't know about hopping the trains. They don't know about none of that. They don't know about not having that metro car. You feel me?
Yeah,
but,
true indeed. But yeah, I heard you was building though. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to ask you, you know, just about like some of the knowledge you was kicking, and because you know, again, it's always good when I can see a young brother such as yourself spitting out, you know, information, because a lot of the young ones, like we said just a little while ago, they don't really be doing that. They on this gang wave, and they, you know what I'm saying? What really got you into the, you know, just knowledge and just seeing things, you know, different out here in society?
Back to that, it's not that they not on that or it's gang stuff. They hypnotized. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they really they hypnotized. Like me and my girl was watching Incredibles. And most of the cartoons is based on it. Like if you really look at if you know knowledge and you look at the cartoons,
yeah,
you can be like, bro, look what this is from. Yeah. Really, everybody had glasses on. They was teamed with them. But once the government put the glasses on the people,
right,
the only way to save them was to take them off.
What would you say the glasses are? In particular, is it a multitude of things, or just one specific thing in society that's blinding us? What would you say?
It's the phone. Most importantly, it's the food. Yeah. It's the food. God didn't make that food. If God did, just like Dr. Sebi said, if God didn't make it, don't take
it. You follow Dr. Sebi, yeah.
But
Dr. Sebi is, you know, he on point with it. You know, he be dropping it. You know what I'm saying? He was a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know, and came up from under that umbrella of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? How old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Okay, wow, yeah. So, hey, I was your age when I first got knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? I was 22, about to be 23 years old. You mentioned about just the world ending and the apocalypse and people being so scared about this end time. What you think the end time is when they say the world is going to end? How you see that?
It ain't no ending. This the beginning. This the beginning. It's not no ending. When did it begin for us? We slaving. We working. We've been dealing with racism all our life. When the world not ending, it's beginning. I'm trying to see what's, you know what I'm saying, what's on the other side.
So you saying the racism and all that, they ain't gonna be over there. That's on the other side.
But look though, let me tell y'all this. Look, all right, everybody think America, Europe, Asia, the Pacific Ocean, the what's the other oceans that?
The Atlantic, the Pacific,
Indian,
the Indian. Yeah.
This not Earth. This not Earth. This an island. Like this whole thing is an island on Earth. The Earth is a whole thing, and yes, it's flat. It's flat. Just like how you heard it's a dome over this whole thing. It's a dome over this whole world. Like this is not the world.
I wanted to ask you that too, because I hear a lot of the people, you know, in the conscious community. You know, I don't know if you're familiar with Sinetta's channel, and you know, like
Yaki Awaken.
Yeah.
Yaki.
I mess with Yaki. Yeah, he's a Hebrew Israelite. I don't think he follows the flat earth, you know, theory, but a lot of the other dudes on there like follow or subscribe to that. How do you like, how would you be able to show and prove like the flat earth theory, or, you know, like as a model? How would you explain that?
Like, I mean, it only makes sense. Like,
I mean, okay, let me just say this before I ask you that. Okay, this is me. Say, for instance, if the earth is flat, I'm going to just give you the reason why I don't believe in it, because we have 24-hour periods in a day where, you know, there's a time of the day when the sun comes up, a time of the day when the sun goes down.
That's a lie. Time? Okay. No, there's no time.
Explain that. Because, well, let me just explain what I was going to say. Like, if the sun, say this is the earth, this flat surface, this thing, if the sun is shining here right now, then what's the other, where's the darkness at?
Hold on, say it again.
Okay, this is the earth right here. This is the sun shining on it, right? Where's the darkness at? Because we know that there's supposed to be darkness on some part of the earth. Yeah. They're getting darkness, while on another part of the earth, they're seeing light, being that it's a spherical object, it's round. Because, like most things in nature are round or either oval shaped. You know what I'm saying? But because it's flat, if the sun is shining here, where's the darkness at? You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It has to be, because the sun is always shining, right? Yeah. The sun don't never shut off. So if the earth is on, what is it? Is it the flat? Is it rotating the flat surface? Like how?
No. All right. So, first of all, we got the sun, we got the moon. They rotate around each other. They rotate around each other like this. They go like this, just like when we had that eclipse.
Right.
How is when, you know what I'm saying? Say it's an eclipse or whatever. How is that the sun away from the, like, how do they meet up like that? They gotta be straight like this across from each other to be able to meet up and block the moon blocking the sun. So no, hold on. Let me say one more thing. Alright, so if the sun is in space, why the light not in space and the light is coming onto the earth?
Why isn't there light out in space?
Because space is dark.
Right, but you know why it's dark, right? You understand why it's dark?
No, because no such thing as space.
Well, not in that sense, but
yeah.
It's space, meaning that all where you can see, all where the eyes can see is just darkness, right? But that darkness is actually material. It's not just something that's void, just an empty vacuum of, you know. No, it's actually material, but the material is black. We talked about melanin earlier. And the reason why I said that, we teach that the black man is God, because we're the greatest absorbers of all electromagnetic energy in the universe. Even prophets and messengers that once lived before, we absorb all of that into us, and that becomes me now.
That's why they
so
can't
I'm
kill
God.
Us.
So now in the universe, the reason why light is not spread throughout, it has to travel within the path, is because all around it is this dark material. And if it enters in the course of that material, guess what happens to the light? The light gets sucked in. It gets drawn in because the gravitational pull of that dark energy is so strong.
Yeah.
So when they say the earth is flat, I mean, I'm just trying to, because I try to, like I said, I don't believe it. That's not what we was taught as 5%ers. We was taught that the earth is round. You know what I'm saying? Everything in nature is round, that produces, it's round and it's black. That produces any type of seed. Most seeds, are dark shaped. The original people, we're dark, melanated people. We were like a purplish dark, the original people, but that shows improved the hydro, or the water, you know what I'm saying, the hydrogen, the amount of it in our bodies, and we were pH'd properly 7. So when you see things that are properly pH'd, you see that same dark purplish color or bluish color. So the European, because he's been drawn out of that and he has a lack of melanin, they have melanin, but they don't have the EU melanin or neuromelanin, as you mentioned. And the brain can't produce the neuromelanin. So this is what makes them devil. So this is the reason why the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said all white people are devils. He's talking about in the biological sense, because as we can take in or intake all forms of electromagnet, they can't do that. So that electromagnetic energy from the universe, that's information. So we're intaking that information. They can't intake that information. So therefore they're cut off.
Yeah, every 8 minutes, I think that you in the sun, you get a download. Every 8 minutes that you're in the sun.
And see, that's how long it takes. 8 minutes and 20 seconds or 500 seconds, they say, for light traveling at 186,000 miles per second to reach Earth. To enter in. But I've heard some flat earthers say, no, the sun is right above us. It's not 93 million miles
Yeah.
away, but they don't have no model or nothing to show and prove that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say one more thing too, though. I feel like, you know how they got outer space?
Mm-hmm.
It's the opposite. It's inner space. You don't go more out.
Mm-hmm.
You go more inner. Like, just like God. God is within ourselves.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
when
I was
when,
gonna say that.
when you talking to God, whether or not anybody feel no type, you talking to yourself.
I could agree with that now. Yeah. And outer space, you're really going in. I could agree with that. Because see, what you did right there was show and prove or show forth wisdom, because you showed that how the universe and how this is symbolic to ourselves, so that's what I'm looking for with the flat earth teaching. I want the flat earthers to kind of show me something.
Yeah. see me, I'm still learning on it.
How long you been studying?
I don't even know. I just been studying on it like every minute of the day. Like,
I mean, that's good.
This
man.
is what I'm on right now. Like,
I mean,
and
praise be to Allah. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I want you to start checking out, you know, the channel. You know, like I said, I'm gonna, you know, put this little build up there, and yeah, like, you know, it's a study channel, man, for like young brothers just coming into the knowledge. That's what it's for. You know, to make brothers sharp, man. You know, because we gonna need it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, as you mentioned or we talked about earlier, the end of the world. This is not the end of the world,
it's the beginning.
You know, right? It's a new beginning technically for us, for Black people. But it is the end of the world for somebody. And that somebody I'm talking about is the Caucasian white man. You know, in particular, the so-called Jews who run all of this evil shit you see going on, and all of these images of Black women as sluts and hoes, and young brothers as killers and monsters. Did this to us. They did this to us. Since the slave ships, they've been manipulating the minds of the original people. You know, the devil planted his seed in the Black woman. So now we see that she's producing monsters out there. Niggas is killers now. Dudes is, you know, chicks is straight up impersonating prostitutes out here. Walking around with see-through shit on, and but they want you to talk to them with respect. How I'm gonna do that and you're impersonating a prostitute? Who talks to a prostitute with respect?
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so this is what we trying to do, man. We just trying to shape the minds of the young youth. You know, like I said, I'm in my early 50s. I've been studying for longer than you've been born. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, yo, I just want you to, you know, keep studying, man. Keep, you know, keep building, man. And when you see brothers like myself or any type of, just get a word with them, man, because that's knowledge.
I ain't gonna lie. I be trying to speak to people, like everybody I come across. They're
not on that level.
Nobody on that level. Like,
well, you know, in the scriptures it talks about a time of darkness on the land. You know, and this is that time that we're living at. Even though it's sunny out, we see the sun shining. No, it's darkness because there's no knowledge being projected out.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm proud of this. What you call it? Generation, whatever you want to call it. We doing better. Like, I don't know if it's the sun coming closer or whatever, but people starting to get their knowledge. Like, we getting smarter.
Yeah.
We definitely getting smarter. Watch.
You know, I mean, I would hope that it continues. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, you know. But yeah, brother, like I said, I ain't going to hold you long. I know you got to get in. You know what I mean? It was definitely good meeting you. And what is it again? Flossie from Canarsie. What's up with the, you know, the Bloods and the Crip situation out there? You know,
I don't know. They not on this knowledge that we not on.
Because my generation, we ain't know nothing about that. Especially in Canarsie, in Brooklyn, anywhere in Brooklyn, in the East. You know what I mean? Flatbush. You know what I mean? Coney Island. Well, now all of a sudden, dudes is Blood, dudes is Crip. You know, is there any knowledge being projected in that? Or is it just ride for your homie, die for your homie? No knowledge? The OGs ain't dropping no jewels on nobody?
Man, I'm gonna speak on that one. I don't know. I kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on my own time. Like, I can't really. You gotta ask the Bloods and the Crips about that.
You don't mess with it no more, like you said, yeah.
Nah, because I mean, but you know what I'm saying? It's love for everybody though. Like, it's bigger than Blood and Crip. Because look, Blood and Crip. That's a separation. Why y'all separate us? We separated. We was never separated. This whole world. I heard it was Atlantis. This wasn't separated by different continents. And this is one world. It was one race. We was never separated. Bloods and Crips are separated. So once I feel like I'm separated from my brothers, what's the point?
Yeah,
I don't want to separate.
And one of the things that's interesting, you know, just with New York gangs, as far as New York Bloods and Crips, from what I understand, you know, when I looked at the history a little bit, on the West Coast, it started off in the community. You know what I'm saying? Brothers was like, yo, we gonna organize, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? In New York, on the East Coast, it started off in jail by criminal niggas. You know what I'm saying? Stick up kids, you know what I mean? And who used to be 5%ers, but now they put that down and jumped off into the blood Crip thing, claiming that they were being oppressed by the Hispanic brothers, but you always trying to rob the Hispanic brothers and take from them. You know what I'm saying? So now these dudes, they form a group called the Bloods. They could have just came back with the Deceps, if anything. Why would you copy off of somebody else? I never understood that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my generation, we always looked at dudes from the West Coast like, yo, them niggas is stupid. They fighting over colors. Them niggas is wilding. They bugging.
Everybody's
we don't do that in New York. But who would have ever thought 25, 30 years later, niggas is banging in New York or some crap? Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's just traveling around. Because first they had Cali, like, they started it. Like, that was the first ones to manipulate it. So once Cali, I guess, bro, I ain't gonna lie, New York, bro, I love New York to death, but, bro, they follow us. Everything New York, they follow us.
I come from a New York where whenever we went somewhere, we stepped out of New York State, anywhere, and went anywhere, everybody was sweating us. Everybody wanted to talk like us. Everybody wanted to dress like us. Everybody wanted to move like us. Now, New York niggas, y'all young generation, niggas is trying to be like everybody else. I'm like, when did this ever happen?
But still, that's the separation. You saying New York people dress like this, Cali people, that's the separation. We supposed to, I'm not saying we supposed to wear the same thing, but God made us as one race. We supposed to,
technically, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because in that sense, you know, we was just being ourselves, you know, coming up. But other people would just, they like our dress style. They like our music, you know, because at that time, you know, back in the early 80s, you didn't hear hip hop and stuff all down here. It was just like bass music. Dad, take what the mama gave you. It was that like that. When I used to come down south as a young cat, that's what was playing. But now, you know, they listen to hip hop, rap, you know, just they got their own versions of it. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like now New York dudes is like they get laughed at down here because it's like, yo, y'all trying to be like us.
Yeah, I'd have been through a lot.
Y'all trying to be like y'all from Cali. Y'all want to be like dudes from Chicago with the drill music and stuff. Now y'all want to be like dudes from, and it's like there's no more like respect there. You know, I mean, and that's what maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but that's what I've been seeing, man. Like, New York do not get respect in the South like that no more, like they used to.
I mean, but I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of vice versa, though. Like, it's the same, like, you come from down South, they gonna talk crazy to you. You come from New York to down South, they're gonna talk crazy to you. You gotta fit in. It's about fitting in. That's when our separation. Just cause look, just like you said, the Caucasian man, he made New York. He named New York. He named it New York. Why it's not York? He named it New York. Yeah. He made that logo on your hat. He made Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. He made the Yankees. He made them buildings. Like, he made New York the way he wanted to. They made Chicago the way they wanted to.
And see, that's what it is. I think you can fit in better with a group, and other groups will accept you if they see you being yourself. In other words, if New York dudes came down here and just act like New York dudes, then you probably get more respect. But if they see you trying to act like you from Chicago, or you trying to act like you from Atlanta, or you trying to act like you from Cali,
see, people hate when you you know what I'm saying, when you come down here and you act like you from New York, you act like you from yourself. They don't like that.
Right. Well, if you, like, you know, you got some extra. We used to call them all extra ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, shit? Yo, shit. Yo, what up? you know what I mean? And you acting extra New York. I mean, nobody don't respect that.
That shit offend them.
Yeah, that's kind of offensive, you know what I mean?
But why offend you though? Like,
you know, but I mean, you could come down and just be normal. Like I remember when dudes used to meet me, they used to be like, "Yo, you don't act like a New York dude. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you from up north, you from up there because the way your accent stuff, but you don't act like that." And I'm like, I'm not one of them extra ass niggas.
Nah, the best thing about it, like when you get to see both sides, like say you came from New York and you been in Georgia, you been here for a little minute. When you see both sides, it kind of teach you how to move. Cause you so used to New York being wild, you can't be like that around everybody. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man, yo, definitely, man. I ain't gonna hold you up, like I said, too long. It was good, definitely building with you, and yo, we got to get together again, man, and have some more builds, man. You know, like I said, I'll be loving to build with the young brothers, man. You know, like if you know any other young cats like around your age, man, yo, we could get together, have a little cipher, you know what I mean? And that's what I like doing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about teaching.
For real,
you know? So, but yo, y'all hold it down. Peace to the God.
Peace, man.
Day son. I'm gonna catch you later, Lord.
Appreciate you.
Peace.